How does an engine actually work? So an engine has one job: turn fuel into movement. So your engine has cylinders, right? So I want you to think of these like tubes. So here we have a tube. So inside each tube, we have this thing called a piston, right? So there's this square little thing right here called a piston. And we have this little thing down here called a connecting rod. So the connecting rod actually connects to what's called a crankshaft. It's this really big long piece down here at the bottom. And then there are three things here at the top. We have a spark plug. That's our spark plug. We have an intake valve, and then we have an exhaust valve right here. So to start the process, air and fuel get pulled into the chamber when this valve is pushed down. So this valve is currently sitting up top, sealing the chamber, but it's pushed down. Air and fuel is pushed into the chamber. After the fuel and air is pushed into the cylinder, the valve moves up and closes the chamber. So it creates a nice little seal. And then this piston will move up and compress this mixture. And then once it's super compressed in this area, this spark plug will go off and ignite the whole thing. So when that happens, and when the spark plug does go off, this piston will be pushed downwards. So after the piston is pushed down, now we have a bunch of burnt fuel in the cylinder, and we got to get rid of that. So as the piston moves back up, this valve right here, the exhaust valve, opens, so it gets rid of that seal and then pushes out this burnt fuel mixture into the exhaust. After that cycle is complete, the piston then moves back down, the air to fuel mixture comes in the intake, and the cycle repeats, and it keeps going up and down, up and down, up and down. And then as it's going up and down, it's spinning this crankshaft right here. So it's going like this. It's going woo, 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 as this goes up and down. So woo, woo, woo. And then this crankshaft is eventually connected to a transmission, which is then connected to a drive shaft, which is then connected to an axle. And what do we have on the end of these axles? We have our wheels. But this is how your car moves.